Good morning. It's pretty early right now. The sun's just coming up and we're about to either take Dexter to shore to go to the bathroom one last time because he's still not liking this pee pad that I made, and then probably moving anchorages because this is still pretty exposed and we're gonna get some big gusts this afternoon. It's not as bad as what I was saying yesterday, but it might change. So the sunrise looks really pretty.
Day breaks and I'm burned by the morning light. I make the same mistake more than twice. Same song, but brand new dance. I wear out my third second chance.
Well guys, it is crazy windy. It is like pretty rocky. We decided not to move anchorages just because we're gonna have to come back here tomorrow. So we're gonna just see how it goes.
And I'm on the boat all day today and we weren't sure we'd make it to the other anchorage last night before dark.
So we put out our secondary anchor and then we're just gonna kind of ride it out and see, but this isn't even the worst of it yet and it's pretty strong. So we're gonna try to make some breakfast and
testing out the anchor. So far she's working good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's holding. We haven't moved an inch since I got here yesterday.
It's rocky.
I won't even have to friggin' stir my eggs, so let's just do it itself.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a gimbal stove, so this is gonna be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
You and I break our hearts open in half just to see.
Waves are pretty inconsistent.
No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and
We still have like another 6 hours of this. It's gonna be quite interesting. Give us the real experience of what it'd be like to actually live in a boat.
we go back and forth every time, waiting for one of us to cross the line. You got me and I got you.
Having coffee out on the cockpit. There's
Yeah.
Dexter, he's doing really well. He's not even nervous at all, which is really good. And I haven't felt nauseous, which is good. I was wondering if like waves like this would stay down. I was wondering if waves like this would make me feel like nauseous, but I've been okay. And anchor seems to be holding. Alex has assured me a couple times I'm a little nervous. It's pretty crazy out here.
Man,
so.
we haven't dragged like even a foot.
Our breakfast is made now, but we can't eat and drink coffee because it's too wavy. So
You gotta hold on to everything.
Oh my god. I really hope that we made the right decision by staying, just because our anchor was holding really, really well and I didn't know what the other bottom was gonna look like, and we kind of didn't have time to move anchorages before this hit, so we didn't really want to risk going into another location where the bottom might not have held as well.
Ideally, if we had time and I wasn't working and stuff, we would have went to a more protected spot and everything, but with all those factors put in place,
Yeah.
it put some tough decisions on us and we decided this was the best call. Hopefully we're right.
This whole bay is only max like 15 feet of water, and we've never seen it this bad before, so this is why we picked this anchorage specifically. But it just so happens the windstorm is coming in and the only opening of where we're not protected from, which is really unlucky.
That's all part of sailing and we're slowly getting more used to it. The weather can change in an instant. And
I was just saying to Alex before I turned the camera on, I really hope it doesn't get that much worse than this, because like this is kind of at the edge of my comfort level right now. I'm just right on the edge of feeling super nervous.
she's pretty nervous for sure. I'm cautious. I feel good. Like nothing bad has happened so far. Like our anchor is really holding and the other one seems to be holding as well, and our boat's doing great and everything. But yeah, this is definitely the worst we've ever experienced.
Yeah.
And even if it does get way worse later and we do start dragging a little bit, I'm still not too worried because it would take hours for us to even get it close to anywhere where we'd hit. we didn't choose this.
No.
It kind of just fell on us.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
When you start hitting the waves on the side, it's just really uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
never expected to be out in conditions like this.
This
Oh my
$25
God.
anchor is pumping.
Yeah.
I'll do a little video showing you guys what I did. Anyway, I'm sure it's not, you know, exactly perfect and stuff, but it'll give you guys an idea, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll laugh at some of the things I'm doing.
And we got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but
So what I did was set our main anchor, a 25-pound spade, directly into the wind at about an 8-to-1 scope, and then attached a secondary anchor, a Danforth, to a spare rope we had, and set it at a good 45 to 55 degree angle to the wind and our main anchor. We use this as a backup system, but to mainly help us stop swaying and to keep our bow into the wind as much as possible, which in turn would reduce the pressure on our main anchor. It worked great, we never moved an inch, and reduced swaying by probably 30 degrees.
it's you and I.
Well, friends, we're more than halfway through now.
Yeah.
I think we made the right choice deciding to stay here. It's been a little bit rocky when the waves hit us on the side, but other than that, it's actually been pretty good, and I'm a little bit more calmed down now that we've like made it this far and nothing bad has happened. Right now, we almost like hit like this calm of the storm, and then it's supposed to pick back up again.
Our anchor held through all of it. Everything we planned for kind of went the way we planned it. For the circumstances that we had, this was kind of what we felt the best choice, and both the anchors have been great, knock on wood, but they've been holding great, and the boat's working great. Nothing's really went wrong, and you know, there's been lots of stress and stuff like that. That's all part of it. But yeah, big learning experience with all this. It kind of put us in a little faster than we wanted to.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's any other sailors out there that sail on Lake Ontario, but let me know in the comments if you find the weather changes really frequently like this, like if you kind of plan it out and then sometimes it just changes. This has been the 4th or 5th time that like we went out and weather has said that it's supposed to be one thing and it's turned out to become something completely different. So let me know in the comments if this is like a normal Lake Ontario thing, or if it's just maybe like we're not using the right apps or whatnot. But
we've got 2 at least weather networks that we've been going off of, and they seem to only be good for maybe a 12-hour span, like maybe a day at most, but like not very much time to change anything, especially with me going to work and stuff like that. Like, it's not enough time at all.
Yeah, so let me know in the comments if this is like a normal Lake Ontario thing or if it's an us thing.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight.
this is
It was
legit
never
fun.
supposed to happen. Yeah, that's what it is, what it is.
Well guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but this is supposed to be the worst of it. We're at 2 o'clock now, and that's what the weather said that it would be the strongest at. There was 2 police boats that kind of went by, and I think they're just out making sure that everyone's safe because it is really bad out here. This is probably the worst I've ever seen this bay, like in my life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, we've only got about another hour to go, and then it should start to slowly die down. It won't be fully died down, but if we make it through this last little bit, I will be a happy camper. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, some of the gusts are like, I would say they're even above 50 km/h.
Yeah.
But we're pulling through. Nothing bad's happened at all. I've still got
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
my marker, and we haven't moved an inch, to my knowledge.
And Dexter's been doing really well too. He hasn't been sick or anything. He was a little off there for a bit, but he seems to be doing okay now. I think he's getting used to it, but I'm still not even fully getting used to it yet. Well, everybody, what are you doing?
Made it.
We made it. I think we made it. I think the worst is officially over. It's, as you can see, way more calm now.
Oh, this is nothing.
There was
now.
still some little gusts, but like me and Alex were just saying, it feels like that thing. Like we were basically like gripping on like the boat.
If you were holding on to something, you were getting a workout. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Or going over.
It was wild. I think that's the worst. I think that's the worst weather we've ever probably been caught in. Even worse than our storm that we. Oh, you okay? Dexter did really well. There was like a little bit of a moment where he looked very uncomfortable and kind of nauseous, but he
did
was
great.
good. He did really well, and I think I probably did worse than he did. So.
Oh yeah. Hands down. That might have been why he was like nervous and stuff too, right? Like.
Well, there's just moments where the boat was just like completely like. Oh my god. Some of the waves, I swear to god, we had like a few almost like 6 foot, 7 foot waves.
Yeah.
They were intense. The whole rigging on our boat was just like, you can just hear it. Oh my
yeah,
god.
it was vibrating.
The whole boat was vibrating. Glad to be out of it now. Our anchor held.
Yeah,
amazing.
that was the chief.
Yeah, like I
Fucking
can't
boss.
even. And I just feel
Got that
so,
anchor
like,
for $25.
yeah, 20 bucks. And it did, and it held. I'm very surprised.
I
Way more
expected
than
to
that.
drag a bit, for sure. I was anticipating that and mentally prepared for that, but like no, I don't even think we moved a foot.
Yeah, we didn't. There was 2 police boats that were out cruising around, just seeing if anybody needed assistance and stuff, and our boat was just flying.
Yeah, they stuck around a little
Oh
bit,
my
probably to
God.
make sure
They
that
were
our
watching us,
anchor
yeah.
was probably sticking and everything,
We're
which was awesome. It was really nice for those boys to do that.
Yeah. And we're like the only sailboat out here. I didn't see any other sailboats.
I
out
only
here.
saw like one other boat earlier today when
Yeah.
when stuff was right wicked. Oh
Yeah.
no, there was no one out here.
And like right now, it's still calling for gusts of 40 kilometers.
This is
And this
beer
is
weather
what
now.
like this is the worst I think we've ever seen this bay. So that's why
Yeah.
we thought we'd be completely fine in here, but it was just crappy timing, I guess.
Yeah, I've worked around this whole area for about 3 years now in different kind of sections and stuff like that, doing like carpentry work and everything. And this right here is pretty much the worst I've ever seen it, and I've never seen rolling white caps. Maybe just the start of white caps, and like
Yeah.
today, oh yeah, there was like right rolling white caps.
Yeah.
That's
it's
why
just
we picked
crazy.
this spot. It was supposed to be a really good hold, and you're kind of protected from everywhere other than one direction. And I've never seen a storm. And even if we have had a storm, like I said, I've never seen anything big in here. But we got here, and next thing you know, there's a storm coming in from the only direction we're not protected, and we didn't have enough time to move anchorages because of my job and stuff. That's why I gotta get out quick. Get out there, retire, sail the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked.
And the one other thing too that I wanted to mention was we've watched other people's like sailing YouTube channels and stuff like that, and I always laugh because after a passage that doesn't seem long to me, it looks like it went smooth and like whatever, like they're always like so tired at the end. Okay, you know, time to just relax, either go to bed or take a nap. And I've always been like, oh, it didn't even look like that bad, and I was always just kind of laugh about it. But I am exhausted. We have done nothing but sit on anchor all day today, and just with the stress of being like moving and like, just watching everything and like making sure we weren't dragging all the time and just trying to just do anything on the boat like where you're just hanging on like crazy, and I am exhausted. I think we both are.
Yeah, everything takes a lot more effort than you'd think. Like just balancing alone, you're using muscles and lots of parts of your body they normally don't use, and then the wind drains you as well, like when it's always cutting through you and stuff like that, the sun. A bunch of factors for sure. So
I think we're gonna crack a beer, which we just did. Had a little bit of it.
A little bit ago. We're almost done. We're eating another one. It's time to celebrate. $25 anchor.
Anyways, I think that's gonna be the end of this video because it was a wild one, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, maybe you'll get another video when we cook up some burgers. Pretty excited for that.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Was the end of it.
It was.
So storm clouds don't look promising.
Wait, just get a little bit of rain.
I hope so.
Look how big they are.
Oh,
They're massive.
When you dream, do you see beautiful rays of light shimmering, guiding you through the night? I know it feels like the night's getting longer and light is harder to find. I promise I'll always be there. I'll remind you when you close your eyes. If they send for me tomorrow, even if I leave right now, you'll find comfort there in knowing whenever in doubt, you can find me when the lights turn out. When the lights turn out.